I want to bring to you the Barbados Labour Party candidate for the city of Bridgetown, the Colonel Jeffrey Bostic.
Yo, city people feeling dread. All the prices gone over we head. Children crying, what to do? Bring your eggs, make a change for truth. City people, done with them.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Barbados Labour Party Day. It's good to see so many of my Muslim friends and supporters of the Barbados Labour Party in the crowd. Assalamu alaikum. Lucians, the Barbados Labour Party loves you. Bonsoir tout le monde. We will look after you. We have always looked after you. You know that. You know, it is Valentine's Day. And most of you who are here could have been somewhere else with your loved one. But you preferred to be here tonight with the party that offers you love. The greatest party on earth or Mars. And I want to show my appreciation on behalf of this party by showing you some love. 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 Now, whoever have those roses, that entitles you to speak to me backstage after my speech. But if you happen to be a man, please pass it to the lady who's nearest to you. This manifesto launch, for me, is the most defining moment of this political campaign. Because you can put posters up and pull them down. You can pull down our characters. You can do as you like. But at the end of the day, Barbadians have been suffering so much that Barbadians had enough of that kind of politicking, and Barbadians want to know which party has the plan, which party has the policies to take this country out of the darkness of the Democratic Labour Party into the light of the Barbados Labour Party, ladies and gentlemen. I have been speaking, like all of my colleagues, for the last few weeks. I have been addressing my remarks primarily to the young voters, the new voters, the uncommitted voters. And I'm going to continue in that vein tonight. Because when I look at this manifesto, I was extremely happy to see that there was some part of this manifesto that was specifically designed for you, the young voters of this country. Because for the first time, we have an economy that is being created specifically for the young. If we are going to take this country forward, if we are going to create a 21st century economy, then the young people of today, who will be the men and women of tomorrow, and the leaders of tomorrow, must be able to assist in the shaping and the molding of this economy. And that is what the Barbados Labour Party is doing in this manifesto. Young people, young voters, there is an economy designed with you in mind. And when you get this manifesto, I want you to look at it very carefully, because this manifesto is going to distinguish between the Democratic Labour Party and the Barbados Labour Party. When you look at this manifesto and you look at the areas relating to you, the young people, you will recognize beyond a shadow of a doubt, and for those of you who are undecided and uncommitted, that the Barbados Labour Party has the best plan for rescuing this country. One of the areas of this manifesto designed for the youth has to do with the international sports market. Because we see sports as a means of obtaining wealth, of creating opportunities, especially for the young. And the Barbados Labour Party plans to embark on a program that will allow young people to realize the true potential through sports. Remember, it was the Barbados Labour Party that facilitated the lotteries being able to give $13 million a year for sporting organizations in this country. In this manifesto and the economy of the future, we plan to allocate resources initially of about $25 million so that we could produce more professional sportsmen and women. We do not look at a single event like a football tournament as the be-all and end-all of economic development. We are going to create a structure that will be durable, that will be sustainable, and that will provide you with an income, not only during a football tournament, but an income all year round. That is how we do things in the Barbados Labour Party. That is what this manifesto speaks to. How are we going to achieve that? First of all, there are 3 sports facilities in this country that we will transform into mini stadia. One in the north, one in the south, one in the central part of Barbados. And in collaboration with the Barbados Olympic Association, the Barbados Labour Party, through its manifesto pledges to you, will rebuild the National Stadium and make it a stadium of class in this country, so that those of you who have sports in mind will have all of the tools, the infrastructure for you to realize your dream of becoming a professional sportsman and woman. But apart from that, we don't see sports as the be-all and the end-all. We have a lot of talent in this country. If you go into the primary schools in Barbados, you will see a lot of children playing violins and doing some things that you never had the opportunity to do, adults. We have real talent. There are lots of people on the block who are producing songs of class that you have not heard because they do not have the conduit that will take them to the top like a Rihanna. But the Barbados Labour Party intends to facilitate that process by creating mechanisms that would allow our young and talented musicians, our young and talented dancers, our young and talented actresses and actors to be able to make it to the top by providing the facilities, the infrastructure, and the financial support to the cultural industries in this country. So people like Serenada and Gabby and those stalwarts would be very happy within the coming years to see exactly what the Barbados Labour Party, through its manifesto, is going to do for the cultural industries in this country. Another area of importance for the young in particular. Parents, you know that when we get cell phones and iPads and iPods, we really can't read the literature and get the things to function properly. Our children pick them up without reading anything, and they're able to program them and do all kinds of things with them. True or false? Good. Now, if they can do that, if in India they can utilize the talents of their people in the area of information, communications, technology, in order to make India one of the fastest developing countries in the world with a sustainable development rate that is, enviable. Why can't we in Barbados, with an educated population, one of the highest literacy rates in the world, and with some talented youngsters, why can't we harness this talent, this information technology talent, and put it to good use in order to create some wealth for our young people and some foreign exchange for this country? Well, the Barbados Labour Party, through its manifesto, plans to do exactly that by creating information and communication technology centers of excellence. We will build on the foundation and the platform that we laid through the EduTech program, taking it a step further in order to allow our young people to go into e-business, e-banking, e-commerce, creating network, software packaging, and so on, so that this will create a new economy for this country. Young people, the Barbados Labour Party will give you a new dawn. And I know in this large audience. There are a lot of young professional people standing and sitting before me. During my canvassing in the city of Bridgetown and interacting with friends of mine who live outside of the city, young professionals have been calling for some ease from the government. You see, when you are a young professional, there's no distinction between the fees that you have to pay and those of your more illustrious, experienced, and prosperous counterparts. The Barbados Labour Party intends to give you some ease, young professionals, and I know you're going to be happy when you recognize that we are going to create a graduated scale of fees so that you don't have to pay the same fees if you are a lawyer that Elliot Motley or the Sir Frederick Smith and those older people pay. We will help you in your initial stages by giving you an ease, young professionals. That is what the Barbados Labour Party is all about. And I can go on, but I only have a few minutes. And I only wanted to wet your taste buds. But I want you to get the manifesto before you leave here this evening. Young people, get that manifesto and look at it. The Democratic Labour Party will issue a manifesto. Look at it, read it. And as I have been saying to you throughout this campaign, when you look at what they produce and what we produce, not by the color of the manifesto, not by the size of the manifesto, but by the content of the manifesto, you will have no choice, I think, other than to support the Barbados Labour Party on the 21st of February. The Barbados Labour Party points to a vision, ladies and gentlemen, not 1 or 2 or 3 years, but several years down the line. The same way 10 years ago, we laid the platform through EduTech because we recognize the importance of information technology training and the fact that it could take this country forward in the same way that India and Singapore and Malaysia have been taken forward. We set that platform 10 years ago. It has been neglected by the Democratic Labour Party, but we will revisit that platform, strengthen the platform, and then take this country on a journey that it has never been before. Young people, ladies and gentlemen, support the Barbados Labour Party. This is the superior manifesto, and I'm saying that because I'm confident of the content of this manifesto. I'm confident that we have the team to execute and deliver on this manifesto. And 5 years from now, when we are coming back to you, we will be able to look at the promises and performances given in this manifesto the same way that we did it 5 years ago, because the Barbados Labour Party is a party that delivers. Happy Valentine's Day. And if you love the Barbados Labour Party, give me some love and some hand here this evening. God bless. Good night.